Today, we dive deep into the profound wisdom of Miyamoto Musashi, the legendary samurai, to uncover the secrets of a life well lived, a life free from useless distractions. Get ready to challenge your perspective, redefine your understanding of time, and finally stop wasting your life. Prepare for an introspective journey as we follow the guiding light of Musashi's wisdom, one that illuminates the path toward an existence full of purpose and fulfillment. Let's begin by understanding the man himself. Born in 1584, Miyamoto Musashi was a renowned Japanese swordsman, philosopher, and ronin. More than just a samurai, he was a master. His life was dedicated to mastering the art of combat and fencing, but his teachings extended far beyond the battlefield. He wrote the Book of Five Rings, a text on martial arts and philosophy, still studied and admired today for its profound wisdom. At the heart of Musashi's philosophy is an unwavering commitment to the present and the understanding that each moment is a gem with no replacement. Musashi wrote, "There is nothing outside of yourself that can make you stronger, richer, faster, or smarter. Everything is within you. Do not seek anything outside of yourself." This profound insight is our first step toward stopping the waste of our lives. The key lies in realizing that the power to change, grow, and succeed resides within us. Seeking fulfillment in external circumstances often diverts us and wastes precious time on fleeting goals. Musashi urges us to look inward, harness our inherent potential, and find the power to change our circumstances from within ourselves. As we continue this journey of self-discovery, remember that the solution is not found outside, but deep within you. Now, let's move on to the next wisdom Musashi has to offer. The second principle of his philosophy is, do not seek to follow in the footsteps of the wise, but seek what they sought in the beginning. At first glance, this may seem counterintuitive, especially in a world where we are often encouraged to emulate successful people. However, Musashi is not advocating against learning from others, but rather urging us to understand the underlying essence of their quest, the principles that guided their journey, rather than simply copying their actions. This principle is especially meaningful when we find ourselves blindly following social norms or popular trends, wasting our lives chasing illusions of success. Essentially, Musashi encourages us to question, explore, and understand the why behind actions instead of merely imitating the what. This approach nurtures our personal growth and allows us to carve our own path rather than follow the one laid out by others. For Musashi, life was not a race to keep up with others, but a continual quest for personal improvement and self-awareness. The essence of this message is to be authentic on your path. Instead of living someone else's life, live your own, driven by your unique goals and guided by your wisdom. As we move toward our next principle, let us reflect on the value of originality and purpose on our journey. Our next principle is transcend love and pain. Musashi urges us to rise above the powerful emotional experiences that often cloud our judgment and hinder us from reaching our full potential. Love and pain are powerful emotions that can dominate our lives, leading us to make decisions based on emotions rather than logic. This principle does not ask us to discard these emotions, but to learn not to be enslaved by them. It is about recognizing these feelings, but not allowing them to dictate the course of our lives. In the grand scheme of things, Musashi proposes that we must exist for the good of all. We must contribute, help, and make a difference. The precious time we have should not be wasted on fleeting feelings, but used to create a lasting impact. As we delve into Musashi's wisdom, it is crucial to remember that experiencing emotions is part of being human. However, the key is not to let these emotions hinder our path to personal improvement and service to the greater good. Now, let's explore the next principle and continue unveiling ways to stop wasting our lives. The fourth principle of Musashi that we will explore is, do not seek pleasure for its own sake. In an age of instant gratification, this lesson resonates now more than ever. Pleasure in itself is not harmful. It becomes problematic when we begin to seek it thoughtlessly, losing sight of what truly matters. Musashi, as both a warrior and philosopher, understood the dangers of hedonism. He saw how the relentless pursuit of pleasure could lead to an empty existence, filled with fleeting moments of happiness, but lacking substantial meaning. Instead, he advocated for a balanced life, in which pleasure is part of existence, not the sole purpose of it. In today's world, this principle can be interpreted as avoiding excess in the pursuit of material wealth, entertainment, or unhealthy habits. A disciplined life, with a conscious effort to seek balance, can help us avoid falling into the trap of short-term pleasure over long-term fulfillment. As we continue on this introspective journey, let us remember to seek pleasure in a way that aligns with our life goals and overall values, rather than pursuing it for its own sake. As we uncover the layers of Musashi's wisdom, we draw closer to learning how to make the most of our lives. Let's move on to the next lesson. The fifth piece of wisdom from Miyamoto Musashi is, under no circumstances depend on a partial feeling. This may seem somewhat abstract at first, but the essence of this lesson lies in fully understanding and trusting our intuition. Musashi, as an experienced warrior, knew the importance of being decisive, whether on the battlefield or in life. Indecision can lead to missed opportunities, regrets, and even disasters. Partial feelings or half-hearted commitments often arise from self-doubt or fear of the unknown. They can make us hesitate when action is needed. To apply this principle to our lives today, consider the decisions you've made based on partial feelings. Perhaps you accepted a job because it was good enough, even though it wasn't what you truly wanted. Or maybe you held back from expressing your feelings towards someone because you doubted their response. The lesson here is not to let partial feelings dictate the course of our lives. Instead, we must strive to fully understand our emotions, desires, and intuition, and use this understanding to make clear, confident decisions. Remember, half-hearted actions lead to half-hearted results. As we continue exploring Musashi's wisdom, let us strive to apply this principle in our lives. Next, we'll delve into another profound lesson from this legendary samurai. Do not have preferences. Our final journey into Musashi's teachings leads us to this powerful advice. In all things, do not have preferences. This idea calls us to approach life with openness, flexibility, and equanimity. Musashi, who faced numerous life and death situations, understood the danger of clinging to a single outcome or method. He realized that being adaptable and open-minded was key to his survival and success. However, this principle does not promote indifference or passivity. Rather, it is about freeing ourselves from the limitations of personal biases and preferences. It is about seeing life with a broad perspective, willing to embrace and adapt to any situation. How many times have we missed opportunities because they didn't align with our preconceived ideas or expectations? How often have we resisted change, clinging to our comfort zones? By not having preferences, we can embrace life as it unfolds, making the most of every situation, whether pleasant or challenging. In concluding this exploration of Musashi's wisdom, let us remember that stopping the waste of our lives is not an overnight process. It requires continual reflection, conscious decisions, and active practice. We must embrace life with passion, sincerity, determination, and openness, learning and growing continuously along the way.